All right. Well, welcome to our inaugural Top Tier Talk call. And what we kind of want to do on this initial 2017 team event or call or webinar, whatever you want to call it, is just kind of go over, what we've been working on here over the last couple of weeks over the holidays, what we're rolling out, and kind of show you our new funnel if you haven't seen it already, and talk about our new calendar too, because we are doing away with the Wednesday afternoon call. We figured afternoons maybe wasn't the best time to get good attendance and have people attend live, so we are moving that to this. This replaces our team call, and so this will be designed to talk about business, obviously, marketing strategies, mindset, what's going on in the industry, that type of thing. So, and we are a top tier business, so hence the Top Tier Talk. John Novello came up with that, so good job, John. Yeah. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool. That's kind of that. And I updated the calendar on the ProsperityNexus.com site. Michael forwarded a couple of links to the links that we need to be using, which is meeting.prosperitynexus.com will bring you to this. And then webinar.prosperitynexus.com will be for the webinar, which we're going to be running Wednesday evenings at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And we have, I guess, completely redone the webinar. What we were doing, we put a lot of work into that, and it just wasn't working exactly the way we had hoped or had thought it was going to, quite honestly. So, we've made some major changes to it, and you can see that actually if you go to, we'll kind of go through the new sales funnel. You'll kind of see that. John and I did a couple of run throughs over the holidays and over this past weekend, and you'll kind of see what it is. And we're kind of just being more upfront and telling people exactly what this business is all about, to let them make an educated decision for themselves and to make the business more duplicatable for everybody, because people don't have to be a salesperson to make money with this business with our new sales funnel, which is really cool and exciting. So, John, do you want to add anything about that?
No, that's pretty much it. We're actually excited about this new Zoom platform and video, and I see it's pretty organized. I can actually hide myself, mute my sound, mute the video. So, there's a lot of flexibility that I think people will have. So that's good.
Yeah, and we'll get this platform dialed in here over the next few weeks. I guess everybody can just unmute themselves and talk if they have questions. So feel free to do so along the way as we go through this. Let me move this down because I want to show you a new funnel. Let me preface this by saying that we did a lot of research of our competition, of other marketing teams in Top Tier, both in Titan as well as outside of the Titan business specifically, to see what was working for them, and we wanted to kind of take bits and pieces. We never want to copy anybody, but we wanted to take bits and pieces from the different teams and different businesses that are out there that are having success, and implement them into our business and our team to help us all make more money. And I think that's what we've done. So let's get into it. We'll show you the new sales funnel if you haven't seen it already. And for you to start using it, if you're not already, you can go to the fast start at prosperitynexus.com. And here, I'll just show you. So let's get through this, and then I'll show you where you can find it.
And I think I sent it out to my team, the formula, but it's also going to be on prosperitynexus.com.
Yeah. So this is our new website marketing funnel. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to go to this 90-second kind of teaser video, and it's a really cool, powerful video that Titan produced, actually. So we just kind of grabbed this from Titan, and we've been using it as different parts of our funnel. This is the first time we're actually using it as the kind of as the lead-in before the lead capture page. And the reason being, it's a really good video. It elicits the emotions that we're looking for from the people that we're looking for. If this video turns our prospects off, well, then they're not prospects for us, and certainly this business is not for everybody, and that's okay. But for the people that this is for, this video is going to be very powerful for them.
And plus, if I may add, Steve, I did a little research that lots of people that land on capture pages as their first experience get turned off. They got early similar negativity. Oh, guy wants me to put my name. Oh, I don't want to. And I found out I'd have great meetings with people and establish rapport, and then all of a sudden they never showed up and opted into my back office. And after a little survey research, I found that, I'm not putting my name in. And so by landing on this first, you strike a lot of interest, like Steve says, for the ones that this is for. Then the next page, Steve, I don't know if you're going to show them, that will be the capture page.
Yeah, I will. So they're going to watch this video. In theory, it's 1 minute and 32 seconds, and then they're going to click this more info button here. And it's going to take them to the capture page, where basically they're going to be able to discover how to get rich in today's economy. Watch our free webinar now. That's another thing that we saw with a couple of other teams, and I've seen this on training webinars that I've been on personally, that to sell top tier, you got to do it in a webinar format. That's what people are doing nowadays. If you're selling something that costs more than $1,000, it's done in a webinar format now. So obviously we're going to have our live one on Wednesday, and if hopefully we grow into having more than one webinar a week, but we'll have our live one on Wednesdays, but we'll also have the recorded version on the website. So anyway, they're going to enter their information here, and then they'll get redirected. I believe I have this open. They'll get redirected here, okay, we've also decided to talk bigger money, because that's what excites people. We can beat around the bush all we want, but people who come into this business, they want to make a lot of money. That's the appeal. The big appeal is lifestyle and money. So why beat around the bush? So we're telling them that, hey, you can make $10,000 to $50,000 more a month starting quickly. Okay, and that's kind of our catch. Then, or our hook. Then they're going to be able to, hold on, I'm trying to scroll. Remove this a little bit. There we go. Then they're going to have a chance to watch a webinar replay. Okay, this is just one that John and I recorded over the weekend, but as we start to do live ones, and maybe we get better ones, and we'll always get better at this, we'll replace this video, but that's there now. It's a good video. It's and it's long, and don't be afraid of it being long, because again, if people aren't willing to invest an hour or two into researching something that could make them 6 figures a year, well, this probably isn't for them either.
Well, that's a filter in itself, because a lot of people get so crazy on, I got to sell this guy, I'll do anything I can. He hasn't shown up, let me do this. And that's called chasing the prospect and you sounding desperate. And that's not who you're looking for. When you find the right guy, it's really refreshing, because they go, yeah, I already went to the site and I watched all 6 steps and I got a bunch of questions. You kind of go, oh, there are people out like that. And that's the guy you want anyway, because when he signs up, he's going to be very willing to get coached and trained by you. If you sign one of these other guys up, I like to call them bozos, they're not going to do anything. You'll tell them to do this and they won't do it anyway. So why, that's called like a time vampire.
Yeah, I think all of us here on leadership, and probably I would venture to guess most of the people on our team, I know I can speak for myself that whenever I've signed up with a business, and I've signed up with a few of them over the course of time here, I've spent hours. I've read every single word on the website at least once. I've watched every single video that I can find on the business before I make a decision, you know? And I think those are the people that we're looking for. You know, we're looking for people that are going to, hey, Ed. Looks like Ed made it. You
Yeah.
might be on mute.
Yeah, Steve, I was just going to echo what you said.
Yeah.
People want the information, and literally the amount of time that they would need to spend on this to get really the information they need to make an intelligent decision is all right here.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, think about it. If you're going for a job interview and you know your job's going to pay $150,000, I mean, you're gonna prepare. You're not just going to show up and try to wing it.
Absolutely.
Then they're going to go here and watch a quick, if they need to, watch a quick video of the compensation plan. It's just a video that explains the compensation plan so they understand completely how the one-up works and, roll-ups and upgrades and all that good stuff. Then, certainly not everybody, but you'll have people that are very, very interested in the products and they want all the details on the products. Well, they're going to be able to get that. This is just a video that they can watch that's going to show them how they can access the products in their back office, show them some of the titles, excuse me, show them the master resale license that we all get. That's, probably the most valuable thing that we're actually purchasing in this whole process. And then if they do want to see all the titles, they can click here and see every single title in all of the packages if they so choose. You're going to scroll down here and we're going to tell them advantages of joining with the Prosperity Nexus team if they happen to be shopping around, different Titan teams or different Titan sponsors, that type of thing. I mean, you won't have that a ton, but you'll get that from time to time. So this is kind of to solidify why they should sign up with us. Excuse me. And lastly, some FAQs. We rewrote the FAQs to, I think, answer what people's questions really are. And they may not be verbalized questions like this looks too good to be true. Certainly how much does it cost to start my business is pretty straightforward, but, we're also kind of looking at it psychologically and trying to answer their questions to put them more at ease. They're subliminal questions, I guess.
And plus that one there coming up, it says, what's the difference between top tier and MLM? You guys should know that anybody that you bring into from an MLM, we got a really good report here. It says, click here to read the report. You should read it yourself because it's pretty incredible. Steve abridged it. It was real long. It's still long, but it's an incredible report. And it can help close your MLMers because 99% of all your MLMers are failed. They hardly made any money. Mm-hmm. And even if they made some money, they lost their team. And just when you refer them to it, just make sure if they're an MLMer, they go to that question and go to this because this thing can actually close people by itself.
Yeah, if they actually read it, it'll definitely sell them off of MLM and definitely sell them on our on the top tier business model. And let's keep scrolling. This join our team button is going to go to your, just like on our other in our other funnels, is going to go to your Titan sign up page. And then we have the old picture, bio, contact info, and that's it. Yeah, so it'll be personalized. Each website, like always, is personalized to you. Let me go to prosperitynexus.com and I'll show you where you can find those links if you don't have them. It's going to be in the fast start. So it's at prosperitynexus.com in the fast start. And let's see, step 2. Okay, it's right, I believe it's right here. Yep. It's right here. So if you're just promoting Titum, and I recommend using this funnel anyway. Obviously, if you're just promoting Pure Profit Pro, then this funnel doesn't really apply. But if you're even if you're in Titum and Pure Profit Pro, I'd say go with this one. It's going to be, I think it's going to be stronger. John's already gotten, I think, a handful of sales out of this.
Yeah, and by the way, that's a good point. I know lots of people are going to tend to want to, oh, I don't want the guy to go away. This is too long. He's got 5, 6 steps. You got to remember what your goal is here, guys. It's twofold. You're trying to sign up some serious people that want to make money. And, you know, as we said earlier, if you send them to an abridged version because you really want this sale and you want this sale, they're going to have lots of questions for the follow-up Q&A. The last 3 sales that I've signed up, I couldn't believe it. They didn't have any questions. And if they do have a question, I can refer them back so they can see the system. I had one guy said he didn't know what the product was, Steve, the other day. Can you believe that? And sure enough, all he did was watch a part of video 1, and he looked at some of the questions, and he didn't do it. So I said, you know what? We're going to go back and do this question and answer, but you have to do all 6 steps before I'm going to talk to you so we can have a constructive. And then he went and watched the 2 steps, step 3 and 4 about the products, and he got all his questions answered. So if they make it through, they're not going to have hardly any questions, maybe about financing or about what level should I join. But if they really go through this, they're going to get all their questions answered. And if they ask questions that are in there, you have every right in a polite way to refer them back to this, because it's going to help them too, because then you're going to tell them, say, hey, when you work this business, this is going to answer all your prospects' questions for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's, it's designed to certainly be more duplicatable and to help us all. So you don't have to, we don't want to have any hard sell, required here. And, it's really not. Speaking of financing, that just made me think that I updated this, because there's a lot of people, I think, that, if they really understood that they could come in with financing and not have to use all their own money, might be better prospects for us, or might decide to come on board where they might not otherwise, right? So I did add a couple of lending options that I learned about a couple of weeks ago that apparently have been working. So we've been using Prosper now, and they're all going to be, any of these lenders, people can't have terrible credit. They got to have decent credit. They don't have to have excellent, but they can't have terrible. So they got to have decent credit. I think at least a 620 FICO. They can't be like behind on their mortgage and trying to get a loan for this business. It's not going to work. But these are all legit lenders. I mean, Lending Tree, I used to use these guys when I was in the mortgage industry. Lending Club, I've heard that people are having a lot of success with this. I'm not really familiar with them, but it's another it's another broker. So we have more options now. And from what I've heard from other teams is that the first 2 here, Lending Tree and Lending Club, seem to be doing a little bit better job than Prosper. So I think I would lead with those. But don't be afraid to let people know that they can, that we do have financing, and that they can, why not? It doesn't hurt to apply and see.
Plus, they may have more money for promotion and marketing if they get a loan with a monthly payment and they don't use their cash. They might have a little more money for promotion and marketing, because that's one of the biggest reasons for failure is people coming in and then they get real stingy on their marketing and promoting. They don't understand that, any business, you have to generate leads through promoting and marketing. So they don't quite get it's a real business sometimes,
I have a question.
You're right on. Yeah.
I have a friend a couple of friends who's in Kangen, and they accept financing. And someone told me today, one of my friends told me today that they don't even check your credit. They just finance you no matter what. And so I was wondering if I don't know what company they use, but is there any way that you guys can find out that that company and use them too, or not?
Well, that would be awesome. Hey, it's your friend. Can you, can you find out from them? Now, this may have changed, but I know Kangen was pushing about a year ago. Kangen was really pushing financing. Basically, get your $4,000 water purification system, completely financed. But that when I dug deeper, it turned out that they were referring people to like Capital One credit cards. So maybe they're onto something. Maybe they're onto something different now.
Well, I can just tell you one thing. That's one of those things a little bit too good to be true, because no reputable, any type of lender is going to take risks. So they either got their own in-house thing and they've worked out some kind of strange deal, but because nobody's going to take a chance and get stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. Could be Vinny from Brooklyn,
But I know somebody in Kangen. I'll do a little research.
Yeah, it's definitely worth trying to find out what they're using. I mean, that's how we found out about Lending Tree and Lending Club was that's what another team has been using. So yeah.
Well, in fact, Kangen was using Prosper about a year ago or so. That's really how we landed into them. So they've
Okay.
no doubt have changed. Yeah.
Yeah, or just their marketing messages.
Right.
Yeah, they're just saying that. I mean, there's some presentation out there where they say you can get started with no money down or something, and it's like they're calling that a loan. That's what they're calling a loan. So it's not. It's a play on words, I guess. But yeah, here we have 95% of all small businesses get started with some sort of financing. So it's something that. I'll be honest, I have not really pushed financing too much in, all the years that I've been doing this, but I'm going to start. So it's definitely worth doing. And we do talk about it on our, on our new presentation too. Anybody else have any questions or anything? Or guys, if you have anything else? Hi, Ed, I see you down there. I think you're muted.
Yeah, I just wanted to say this. Steve, you and John did a wonderful job putting this whole funnel together, spending your time over the holidays in particular. It's a phenomenal tool that we can all use, and it's appreciate you doing what you did.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you guys hear me now?
Oh, hey, there you are.
We can hear you, Ed.
Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, I want to second what Michael just said about that. And I apologize. I had some internet issue. It was kicking me off for the start of this thing. But I know somebody in that Kangen, and that's not what they shared with me. But they told me that your credit's got to be solid. But I'll do some research as well. If they've changed, then maybe we can bring something else to the table. But I think financing is going to be. I mean, any business. Our majority of people starting a business are looking at financing anyway, and I think it's a big is going to be a big opportunity for us. We just got to find the right. Typically people starting a business from home, they may not have the right credit level, but if we can find some options, I'm going to certainly investigate as well. And if we can find some options that aren't so stringent, but looking forward to it. Great job, guys.
That would be thanks. That would be the that'd be great to find lenders like back in the day. I mean, I was doing subprime mortgages. I mean, people had a 500 FICO. They were getting $500,000 mortgages, but those days are gone.
We all know what that led to.
Yeah, it's financing their down payment and everything else.
It wasn't. Oh yeah, it didn't lead to good things. But so anyhow, this is what we have right now. We will do some more research. We'll find out what Kangen's doing. That's a great idea because they've been pushing financing for a while now.
And remember, people, if you got a warm market person, or the other day I had a guy on the phone who was so afraid of everything being a scam, the last thing I wanted to do when I hung up was send him to my capture page. So I sent him directly to my landing page. And some people may think, well, now he hasn't opted in. Well, it doesn't really matter. You already got his info. Let him go. He maybe now will show up, go to the landing page, get really educated. And later on, if you want to drip on him with the autoresponders, you can manually go to your capture page and enter him in anyway.
Yep.
Okay? He may opt out, but some people don't realize they can use their landing page, especially if you got a friend or warm market. Why put them through the capture page stuff? Just send them directly to however you set up your landing page.
That's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that when you're talking to people. Don't market your landing page if you're doing, guaranteed traffic or
Right. Yeah.
anything on the internet. But if you're talking to them and you have their phone number and their name anyway, yeah, I mean, do they really have to opt in? Probably not. So that's a good point. Anything else? Anybody else have any questions or anything? I think this is going off pretty smoothly for our first venture with Zoom here.
Really good.
It's cool that people can mute and unmute themselves too. I didn't realize that was a feature. Okay.
All right.
Well, if we don't have anything else, great. So just know the schedule now. Invite people on that email I sent out this morning. Invite people to the webinar on Wednesday. It's going to be our first go at this thing live. So we'll see how that goes. But, we'll certainly put our best foot forward. So we're set up, I think, for a big 2017. We're excited. Hope you are as well. And, let's just start bringing in new members, man. Let's grow this team.
Yeah, guys, this is, we've done a lot of competitive market research, and our funnel now is in the ballpark, we think, and it's going to keep really getting a lot better, and we've got some exciting new other things to help generate leads brewing. So now's the time, and it's the time of the year too. January, February, people are looking. So now we got something for them that's a lot more competitive and exciting, and way more educational than what we had before.
Yep. All right, good deal. Well, let's go watch some football.
All right, guys, take care.
Take care. Good night, folks.
Go Clemson.
Bye.
Bye. Happy New Year's.
See ya.